Hello YouTube, Sam here from youtube.com/onlivegamer for the new Boston, and in this tutorial we're going to be talking about shared variables, properties, and methods. So let's go ahead and create a new project. We will select a Windows Forms application and we will call it shared, and we'll go ahead and click OK. We'll wait for that to load. And let's open up our form1.vb file. Now let's just go ahead and zoom in some, and we'll create a class inside of here so that we don't have to create another file. So let's go ahead and make it public. So public class, and we'll just call it person. So now what we want to do is make some public variables. So public pname as string, and then public shared min age as, let's make it an integer, and we'll go ahead and set it equal to something. Let's set it equal to 16. So when we share it, what this means is that no matter how many instances or objects of person we make, min age is only going to be stored once, and it's going to be shared throughout all of them. So let's say if we didn't make it shared and we made 100 person objects, we would have 100 copies of min age. But because we make it shared, no matter how many objects of person we create, there's only going to be one instance of minimum age. And if we just change it once, then it's going to go ahead and change it throughout all of the classes. So now what we can do is let's go ahead and come up here to the form1 load. And so when the form1 loads, what we want to do is add a bunch of people to a list box. So first we're going to need a list box. So we'll drag it over here and we will make it a little bit bigger. So we'll go ahead and create a for loop right here. So for int index as integer, and we'll just go ahead and set it equal to 50, or no, 1 to 50. What we want to do is create a new person object. So dim new pers as new person, and what we're going to do is we're going to set the name and we're going to set the name of it, and we're going to add it to an array list. So let's come up here and we will type private pers array as new array list. So now what we're going to do is we're going to set the name of that person. So let's just do new pers.name or .pname is going to be equal to, and we'll just do Sam, and we'll go ahead and add the current int index. So and int index. So it'll just give the numbers of Sam. So whenever we after we've set the name for the person, let's go ahead and add that person to the list. So persArray.add, and then we'll do new person. So now we need to update the list box. So let's just call update list. Now we haven't created this yet, so let's come down here and create it. So we'll go right before this, or right after this sub, we will type private sub update list. Now what we want to do to update the list is type listbox1 dot items dot clear, so we can get everything out of the list. And now what we need to do is we need to add all of those users back to the list box. So the way we're going to do this is use a for each loop. So for each the person as person in our person array, we're going to go ahead and add that to the list box. So listbox1 dot items dot add, and we will add the person dot name, and then we'll go ahead and add a space, or we'll add minimum age, and we'll add the person dot min age. And let's see here. Okay, hold on. Okay, so let's go ahead and just ignore this warning right here because it's going to work either way. So let's come back over here to our form1.vb and let's add a numeric up-down picker. So we'll go ahead and set the value that has been selected. So whenever the form1 loads, we will go ahead and set numeric up down 1 dot value, and we're going to set that equal to new pers dot min age. Now you can see we're going to get an error because new person is not initialized yet, so we'll just cut that and we will paste it right down here. Okay, so it's going to go ahead and set this to the automatic minimum age. Now let's go ahead and click the lightning bolt right here, and whenever the value is changed, what we want to do is set the value of minimum age. Now right here, I forgot to mention this, because it's shared, instead of typing new person, we'll just type person.minimum age, and this will access all person objects, the minimum age in all of them. So we'll just type person, and what we want to do is set person.min age equal to numeric up down 1 dot value. So whatever the value is in there, it's going to set the minimum age to that, and then after we do that, we want to update list. So I messed up a couple times in here because I didn't really review this before I went to make this tutorial, but just remember that you use the whole class instead of the object of the class that you have. So let's go ahead and run this, and you can see here that we've got Sam all the way to 50, and it's got the minimum age is 16. Now you can see that when we update this, it's going to update all of them. It's going to set the minimum age equal to whatever you set it, and there's only one instance of minimum age. So we can keep changing this as much as we want, and it's only changing one value. Now shared can also be applied to methods, functions, properties. Pretty much anything that you can put in a class can be marked as shared, so that only one copy is made. So go ahead, practice a little bit with shared, and then once you got that down, go ahead and move on to the next tutorial.